Hey, what's up? So, I'm testing Fortnite right now. We're at 1440p low settings with high textures and high view distance. So this is basically a competitive slash performance type of gameplay, and gonna test how much FPS we can get in this game. Then we'll also do another testing with ray tracing on this game, since I know for a fact I can do it. Alright. So the benchmarks, getting around 240, 250, which is really good. For this game, you can get away with the 240 hertz monitor easily. Or you can increase the graphical settings and get 140 FPS. So we're getting around 240, 240, or 220, 240. This is really good. I'm sure you can get even higher FPS at 1080p, but I don't think you really need that much FPS, if I'm being real. We're on a DirectX 12 API, so this isn't performance mode or anything. Nice. Alright, it's getting, 220 to 240 to 250 with low settings. Let's see what happens if you raise the settings. Let's do high settings this time. Let's do high. Turn this on too. So everything on high with no upscaling. 1440p. Reset the counter. Man, we're still getting good FPS. So if you have a 160 or 140 hertz monitor, I would recommend putting 1440p high settings if you're gonna play Fortnite. This is a really good performance. Let me turn on DLSS. Does that do anything? Oh my god, yeah, it increases it even more. So I would definitely recommend doing 1440p high settings, and you enable DLSS quality in Fortnite. You'll get 160 to 170 FPS. This is the way to go for this type of game. You still get tons of FPS, but the fidelity and visuals looks just so much better overall. I'll test lumen or ray tracing after this session, this game. But yeah, this is really good performance. Drop to 113, not a big deal. GPU is at 78 Celsius and CPU is at 75 Celsius, so both really good temperatures. The low settings was more of a CPU test because it didn't really push the GPU all that much, but once you turn the settings to high, it stresses the GPU even more. So now it's close to 96. The GPU usage is close to 96, 94% as opposed to low settings where the CPU is doing more of the work rather than the GPU. Ah shit, I died. Mythic lightsaber. Alright, I'll go ahead and test the ray tracing performance. So we'll turn on, I'll keep DLSS on quality, and we'll do nanite on. We'll go to lumen high. Keep everything else the same. So we'll test out the ray tracing capabilities. Reset the frame counter. So yeah, there's an FPS counter at the bottom right, or top right, but at the bottom part section. So you'll be able to tell, if you can see it, how much FPS you're getting. Okay, so we're here testing Fortnite with lumen on, or ray tracing. We're at high settings, high ray tracing, 1440p with DLSS quality. So it's more of a ray tracing GPU benchmark, and that CPU is maxed out. Around 80 FPS, not bad, not bad. Yeah, this is really intensive ray tracing. Let me put it on balanced, DLSS balanced. Does that help? Yeah, it does help. Okay, I'll keep it that way. So yeah, still really good performance, 100 FPS. So if you even want a more visual fidelity experience, I would recommend this, but you can't get as high as FPS as you can with non-ray tracing, of course. I'm about to die. Yeah, around 100 FPS, 90-ish FPS, 105 FPS average. Overall not bad, but I would recommend playing it with ray tracing off. Still definitely playable if you enjoy this sort of thing. And I just died. Well, I'll just spectate some other people. 120, pretty good. Yeah, I'm still impressed with this. 3080 can definitely do high ray tracing, at least in Fortnite. We'll test Cyberpunk in a bit, but I also have a feeling you could do some ray tracing in that game too. So yeah, definitely recommend this experience. Really good overall. Alright, hey, what's up? So this is GTA 5. We're at 1440p, ultra settings, very high ultra. I had to set MSAA to 4 times. Ultra settings, hitting around 120, 140 FPS. So yeah, this game will be a breeze to play through. No questions about it. Oh, heck, you can even do let me see, do 4K. Try 4K. And yeah, even in 4K, even in 4K, I'll get 120 plus FPS. GPU is finally being pushed to 100%. Definitely play this game at 4K. Looks really good. 4K ultra settings. 100 FPS. So yeah, if you ever have a 4K monitor, definitely you can play like this. Alright, hey, what's up? This is Counter-Strike 2, CSGO 2. So we're at 1440p, low settings, FSR, ultra quality, be the frame counter. Getting 200 plus FPS. This is more of a competitive game, hence the low settings. And yeah, the only game where I play keyboard typically. .300 FPS. So yeah, definitely competitive experience. You probably won't even have a 240 plus hertz monitor, so you can do high settings instead. Let's see how much FPS we get. Let's do very high. Alright, very high settings, getting 250 plus. So yeah, even with the max settings, you'll get still a bunch of FPS in this game, if you ever want to play it. I kind of suck at this game. Yeah, really good performance. GPU is maxed out, so that's nice to see. Or almost maxed out, pretty much maxed out. So yeah, really good experience. Definitely recommend that. Hey, what's up? So we're doing Cyberpunk. We're doing 1440p DLSS quality and high settings. We'll do ray tracing benchmark after this, but just want to test the base performance so far. So yeah, getting around 100 FPS, 90 FPS. This is really good performance. This is how I would play the game personally. Quality really looks good with the DLSS upscaling. Around 95 average. Go outside. Heading to the 70s. Yeah, heading to the 70s, 80s. Yeah, this is how I would play the game. Low 68, 66, lowest FPS. Low 58. Average is around, in this section, it drops below 60, but maybe for like a second or two, so you won't really notice it. It is very CPU intensive. Look, I ran over. But typically, yeah, you get around 70 to 80 FPS. Yeah, I would definitely play the game like this. Shit. Try some ray tracing. Let's do performance, DLSS, ray tracing. We'll do medium. Okay. Oh wow. Okay. Damn. I didn't think we'd get this good performance. So we're at 1440p still. DLSS performance, switch that to performance. Still looks really good. I wouldn't go anything past performance, if I'm being honest. Actually, I don't think you even can. But yeah, ray tracing medium. This is a really good performance. I'd actually thought that it would go below 60, but now we're staying in the mid 70s, high 60s. So yeah, if you want a little bit of ray tracing, definitely recommend this. Really good performance. Drop below 60 a little bit. Damn, okay. It only drops below 60 when you go really fast, which makes a lot of sense. It's not a big deal really. And it jumps back to 70s and 80s. And it still looks really good for performance, DLSS quality. So yeah, I would still definitely recommend this. But if you want to be above 60 all the time, just do it without ray tracing and quality DLSS. It'll look even better. Well, I think it looks. I think it looked better before, but ray tracing's still pretty cool. Can we push the ray tracing even more? We'll do that. Do ray tracing ultra. Alright, hey, what's up? So we're doing Cyberpunk 1440p high settings. 1440p high settings with For DLSS, let's do performance. And then ray tracing on. Psycho, holy shit. I'll do ultra. Yeah. Mix of high and ultra fidelity settings. See how this goes. Getting average of dipping below the 60s. See what the average is. VRAM going over 8 gigabytes, so definitely need that extra VRAM. This is actually a very solid experience. 65 to 70 FPS. If you really want ray tracing, you can definitely do it in this game. And with DLSS performance, it still looks really great. Yeah, definitely playable, 100%. I'm going to busier area. See if it drops that much. Doesn't drop below. I think it only drops below 60. Yeah, a couple seconds. You won't really notice it if you don't have the frame counter on, like I'm doing right now. So yeah, definitely very playable. It's at 51 right now. Yeah, it only drops below 60. Very infrequent. I think it's more of a CPU intensive area here anyways. So yeah, it's definitely doable. I recommend it. Solid performance.